Okay guys, it is December, which means it is Chaos Holiday giveaway time. You can see it on the screen right there. 10 lucky winners are going to pick their choice of one of these 4 games. Fallout 76, Battlefield 5, Black Ops 4, or Red Dead Redemption 2. Link is at the top of the description. Go take advantage, and there's a bonus Twitter entry as well in the description. Good luck, guys. Just one of the ways I'm trying to get back to you guys for all the support you guys show. And speaking of support, man, the COD History series, you guys are blowing it away. Many people have been pretty bummed about the decision to remove the single-player campaign from Black Ops 4, this guy included, resulting in going back and reliving all the other Call of Duty campaigns is good. It reminds us what we're missing out on. Everyone has their own favorite COD campaign, but there are certain missions that stand out above the rest, regardless of which one is your favorite. That is the mission today, my friends. We're going to go over my pick for 10 of the wildest and most memorable missions from Call of Duty campaigns. A lot of people have asked me for this list, and be sure to let me know which COD campaign is your favorite in the comment section. Drop a like really quick, guys, and let's get into it. This month's giveaway is for a new PlayStation 4 console. All you have to do to enter is drop a like on this video, be subscribed to the channel, and turn on your notifications so you never miss an upload. And in the comment section, let me know why you want to win the PS4 and include your Twitter handle so I can contact you if you're the winner. The winner will be announced at the end of the month. At number 10, we're going to go with D-Day in Call of Duty World War II. Kicking off our list is the opening mission of COD World War II in the campaign. And World War II is kind of a mixed bag for people due to the underwhelming multiplayer and zombies, but pretty solid campaign, and the first mission really kicks you into things quickly. The game opens with the Allied invasion of Normandy Beach, and the way it's presented in COD World War II is brutal, people, setting the tone for the rest of the game. You have to watch your squad mates getting dismembered and blown to bits, gibbed up, right in front of you, all in extreme detail before pushing past the MGs and into the regime's territory. It is really hard to do something like D-Day justice in a movie or video game, but Call of Duty World War II, well, they pulled it off, and it's absolutely deserving of a spot on today's list. At number 9, this was a favorite of mine, Vorkuta in the original Black Ops. Now, Black Ops is thought of by many as the best campaign in the entire franchise thanks to its awesome storytelling and its interesting structure. The second mission of the campaign was titled Vorkuta, and it does a great job of setting the tone for what's to come. It took place in a Soviet labor camp in 1963, and your mission was to help Mason and Resnov escape. There's something pretty cool about prison break scenes in movies and video games, and the Vorkuta escape is one of my favorites. There's so many cool little details here, and the way that you have to make everything work together, it's nothing short of awesome. And usually when you have a problem with something in a COD game, you can just blow it up or rain gunfire on it, but Vorkuta forces you to think outside the box a little bit before getting you into the chaos. At number 8, I put this on the list because it was just crazy, okay? Demon Within in Black Ops 3. Now, Black Ops 3's campaign was lackluster, if we're being honest with each other, and a lot of that had to do with the fact that Treyarch was just trying to do too much at once. They had all these cool ideas that could have been great on their own, but they just kept throwing them together in places that didn't work, and we ended up getting the BO3 campaign that was a mess. But every once in a while, all the elements come together in a good way, and in the Black Ops 3 campaign, the mission Demon Within, it's a perfect example of that. Demon Within is the 8th mission in the campaign, and it has you going through this nightmare world, sending you back into World War II during the Siege of Bastogne, and it even had a section where you fight zombies. If you didn't play the campaign, this probably doesn't make a lot of sense, and honestly, even in the context of the campaign, it didn't make a lot of sense, but from a straight-up gameplay and fun factor, it was so chaotic, over the top, it was fun. It was by far the best mission in the entire game, so I put it on this list. At number 7, we have a classic one that everybody is going to know if they consider themselves a Call of Duty fan, All Gillied Up in COD 4. There are a few things better than the good old-fashioned sniper mission in COD, and All Gillied Up is one of the best ones to date. This mission was a flashback in COD 4 as Price told the story of his failed assassination attempt on the game's antagonist years and years before the events of the main story. One thing this mission does better than pretty much every other COD mission I can think of is tension. There is one sequence early where you have to drop on the ground in a field of grass and slowly try to crawl out of the path of a group of enemy soldiers and tanks. And if you move too quickly, or if you make physical contact with anybody, it's almost certain death. There have been plenty of stealth missions in COD, but All Gillied Up is really where it all started, and it is still one of my favorite missions to this day in the entire franchise. Speaking of favorite missions with tension, at number 6, we're going to go with Cliffhanger in Modern Warfare 2. There is something cool about snow missions, and Cliffhanger is probably the best in the entire COD franchise. It takes place early on in the campaign, and it has you play as Soap and Roach, trying to sneak into a Russian airbase, and it ends up with the iconic snowmobile escape. Plus, the information you learn in this mission sets up the next mission, No Russian. Does anybody remember that one, which kicks off the entire main conflict of the game? Cliffhanger was also the first time that we got to use the heartbeat sensor gun attachment, which you either loved or you hated in the Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer field, but it was awesome when you first got to try it out here. At number 5, let's show some love to Advanced Warfare. The campaign in Advanced Warfare was pretty awesome, and many people remember it as one of the best modern eras of COD games, and I'm talking about Throttle. The story was pretty simple and predictable, but the gameplay was pretty much as over-the-top and fun as you could ever ask for, and that was perfectly put on display in the mission Throttle. One thing that people criticize COD campaigns for is how linear they are. They're on rails, right? But this mission totally destroyed the stereotype by giving you a grapple hook ability that you could use to zip around the level, blow up helicopters from the inside out, and pretty much do whatever you wanted to for a few minutes as if you were playing just cause. The exosuits were a mixed bag for many Call of Duty players, but regardless of how you felt about them, it was pretty much impossible not to have fun with this mission in Advanced Warfare because of how well the new abilities were implemented. I just wish the rest of the campaign give you this much freedom with the movement and the equipment. At number 4, we are going to go with Liberation in COD World War II. This is a mission that I don't think anybody really expected from a COD game. COD World War II had a pretty great campaign, and part of what made it so memorable was how varied it was. And early on in the game, you take control of a French resistance fighter and go undercover as a regime officer in order to try and get some intel on their plans. Now, the mission starts with you looking over the identity of the person you are pretending to be, and multiple times throughout the mission, regime soldiers will ask you questions about who you are, and you're going to have to answer them correctly or your cover will be blown. Then, after your objective is completed and the alarms are raised, the mission it becomes a stealth shooter. It feels a lot like Wolfenstein: The New Order. This was probably the best mission in the entire Call of Duty World War II campaign, and it got me excited to see what Sledgehammer has in store for us next. At number 3, we're going to go with Suffer With Me in Black Ops 2. Talk about pulling on your heartstrings, man. Black Ops 2 definitely had one of the best campaigns in COD history thanks to its excellent writing, great level design, and branching story paths that allowed you to completely have different experiences than other players. Suffer With Me is the last mission in Black Ops 2 that takes place in the 80s, and it has you playing as Frank Woods and Alex Mason one last time while you try to hunt down Menendez. But this also ends up being the most impactful mission in the entire game because it results in multiple potential deaths, all of which the player has some kind of influence in, which sets up the rest of the story. Plus, on top of that, the level itself was really well designed. That's really all you can ask for in a campaign mission. It's tense, it's fun, and it's impactful for the rest of the story. At number 2, we're going to go with Mile High Club in COD 4. One of the most difficult missions in the history of the first-person shooters, Mile High Club is a bonus mission in COD 4 that takes place after the credits roll. This mission puts you on a jet plane while you desperately try to make your way up to a hostage in under a minute and then kill the final enemy with a headshot. Now, Mile High Club quickly became a huge talking point with COD 4 thanks to its difficulty and the precision required in order to complete it, as well as the frustration that it generated for players. There was nothing worse than finally getting past all the enemies, but then having time run out before you could get the hostage, or maybe getting to the hostage but then not killing the final enemy with a headshot. So you had to do it all over again. Have you ever beaten Mile High Club on Veteran? Not many people actually have. And at number 1 today, guys, I'm going to go with Crew Expendable in COD 4. That's right, finishing off our list is perhaps an unexpected choice, but I felt that it belonged here. Crew Expendable is the first mission after the tutorial of COD 4, and it really is the moment in which Call of Duty changed forever. Up until this point, Call of Duty has been a very simple World War II franchise, but Crew Expendable perfectly showed off what the franchise was going to be from that point forward. You dropped onto a cargo ship with a suppressed MP5 and slowly made your way through the crew without being spotted before finally finding some valuable intel, at which point the ship is destroyed and you have to desperately sprint your way off and jump to safety before it sinks. And for many of us, Crew Expendable was our introduction to Call of Duty, and the mission still holds up well today in terms of its design, its tension, and its fun factor. In my opinion, it is well deserving of the number 1 spot on today's list. And there you have it, guys. That is my personal list of 10 of the wildest COD missions out there. There's a lot of other ones out there. Let me know one that I did not include that you feel was deserving of being included. If you guys enjoy this COD history series, I do it every Wednesday and every Sunday. You are more than willing to give me suggestions in the comment section as well. Don't forget to drop a like, make sure you're subscribed with the notifications on, and take advantage of that Chaos Holiday giveaway. 10 people are going to win the game of their choice and get it before Christmas. I hope you guys have a great day. I'll see you soon.